Did that say part? Girl, did that say part four? I'm gonna rename it, but it's not part four, obviously. I I hope that doesn't make people not see. I don't know. I don't know. It's me and YouTube. It's literally not living for each other right now. So I don't know what's going on, but let's get through this. Um, I don't know. I think I that's my part. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna fix it. Um, Thank y'all for coming through. Yeah, we're gonna bop YouTube. The fan is not on. So for the people that didn't like the fan, it's not on. Welcome to YouTube, my YouTube, YouTube / MC Shakie. Welcome, Sip Nation. How are y'all? Please always, as you do, as you listen to these stories, remember to like, subscribe, and share. So that's what it is. I do plan to come to ATL. That's more of a question for Ask Shakie, but not Shakie. I want blanket. Where's my blanket's over there? Let me go get my blanket too while we at this. Um, got a little tea. I don't have a schedule. It's whenever right now. I'll try to be working on schedule days. I'm only on part five. Well, apparently this is part four. So you should be fine. Um, Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you so much. Why y'all so hype? So listen, I was trying. I took a few days because I had some personal stuff going on, but I definitely wanted people to catch up as well. Some y'all have schedules. I have schedules. We all have schedules, so it takes time sometimes to catch up with these. Um, so the fan is gone, gone. The fan is gone. I'm okay. No, 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 no. I just had my son with me, and so I was not in a mode for this. I just wasn't in the mode for it because this sometimes it's emotionally charging. I'm talking about somebody. So right now, where we are in the story, um, I'm talking about fire, and what can I say about fire other than he literally probably changed my life to the better. So it's literally just saying that this is pressing to me. So it's like I feel this, and I remember how I felt during those times, and it's kind of like in the streets, if you break up with somebody, you could just avoid them. You don't have to see them, you know. But for the most part, yeah, you can like literally if I break up with somebody and I'm living in New Orleans, I can move to Miami. I don't have to really worry about seeing them. So they don't have. It's like out of sight, out of mind is a very very true thing. And so with this situation, even though we weren't talking, it was out of sight, out of mind. It wasn't outside on. Excuse me. It was I can't stand to see you. Like I want to talk to you. I had got this is part 31. I mistitled it, or maybe YouTube just I know I typed it incorrectly. I'm doing it from my phone instead of my house, even though I bought a spiffy new I don't know if y'all can see it. Thanks to the sippers, I spent y'all money on a HD, full HD, 1080p camera. But how because of this camera, how I used to do it from the computer, I can't. I don't know. I have to still work on working it. So this is a spiffy new webcam, but it's a full HD Logitech. Can y'all see this? So this is what I bought with the. I just got a YouTube check, and somebody said buy like a camera or something. And so this is a webcam, but it's a good one. It's a full HD 1080p, like it's good. So when I start doing videos with the mukbang and the credit and all this other stuff like that, we have a good camera. So this is y'all did this, not me. This is not my. I went to buy it, but I whatever whatever. So hopefully by next month, we'll have enough for an interface, and I already have some headphones and a mic. But we need the only other thing we need is the interface, uh, to make our YouTube videos more. Brief and Predator, we recommend you. I'm looking forward to your content. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. So we have a spiffy 180p. So it does take good like stuff. It's not this ain't no webcam. This ain't your mama webcam. This sucker is like really high power. So or a green screen. I do need an interface and I do need a green screen. A green screen would be nasty right about now. So we're gonna be doing that. Thanks. So the sippers did this. This is y'all. This is y'all. But it's just for us to make it better. And I don't. So I have a mic, have the headphones, need the interface and a green screen. And once we get that, we'll have our full, whatever. So yeah. And lighting. Okay. Well, we got one thing at a time. Since I'm not that. I'm gonna figure it out. But I mean, we have time. We got time. We got time. All right. So, thank you, Sip Nation. Welcome. This is prison story number 31. It's not 4. It will be labeled properly by the time it's up. So, what is it we talking about? In the last one, if y'all remember, I told y'all about how I got fire out of the fire. Okay, what's going on? So, yeah, one thing at a time, Carl. Look, put too much on me. Let me go get my blanket. Oh, I do got one. I got my lion king blanket. Never mind. I got the green one over there, but the lion king one over there. All right. So, Fire had stopped talking to me, and at first, I did not understand why, but he was still talking to Dominique and them, and he didn't talk to them about me, but he was just talk to them. And so like when I'll be like they'll be so sad, and then Dominique be like, Mama, what's wrong? What's wrong? You miss my daddy? You miss my daddy? And I'll be like, girl, yeah. And so cool being like, girl, that's not your daddy, girl. Maurice is your daddy. And so this is the kind of the kind of buffoonery they go. But I'm not gonna lie, that they all came together to kind of make me feel better about the stuff. And I did try to talk to Fire initially, but he wouldn't talk to me. He really was good. This is part 31. I'm sorry about it. I love you too, Latanya. It's part 31. Yes, it is. And so, literally speaking, what I can say is that this is part 31. This is not part 4. That it was like I was in a world because I have to see him going through, navigating through the compound, but he wouldn't talk to me. And like literally, you ever had somebody that just kind of ingrained themselves in your life? That's how Fire was to me. And I had got to the point where I was hurt at first. Maybe like the first week or so. I was really, really hurt. And then I gotta let go of self. And then I kind of felt like like mad too. Like I was like, let me bop this, let me bop him. He must think I won't bop him. And then I went into like trying to figure out or understand what he felt like. But it's like then I came to the feeling of like maybe, maybe, maybe this is not real. Maybe he didn't feel like I was his friend. Maybe he didn't feel like I was his partner. Maybe he didn't feel like the connection that I felt because if he did, he wouldn't so easily be able to just kind of walk out of our friendship. And so I kind of tried to convince myself of that. And to the point where it was about a month after all that fuckery happened. And I just was like, you know what? On to the next one. On to the next one. All right. During this time, a dude came on the compound named Reddy. Now, Reddy is tall as me, black, and just fine as wine. Actually, he from Alabama. He came on the compound. He had actually been to Pollock, but I think we missed each other at Pollock because everybody was telling me you remember him from Pollock, but I was like, no, I don't. I will trust me, I will remember him. Um, so I got there are pictures. Oh, shit. I'm sorry, y'all. Oh stuff. So Reddy came on the compound. This is this black fine nigga with dreads. And so that was me that spoke at you one more today in the parking lot. Oh, okay, what's going on, Adrian? How you doing, sister? Oh, in the car? That was you in the car? In the parking lot? In the car? I was going in and I was like, hey, who you is? I was on the phone though. Okay. This is part 31. We're not going backwards. All right. So, um, ready? Why my TV slower than my phone? I don't know. You should have confidence. So, ready come on the compound. Now, I'm gonna show him to y'all right now, but I want y'all to be like, I want y'all to see, like you got to see him live. Let me see. Why can't I get this to where y'all can see it good? All right. Well, I want to show y'all. All right. I miss you too. So that's him. That's ready. When I say it's so fine, girl, like these pictures don't do him justice. So ready, come on the compound. The pictures, no justice is a do ready. No justice. The bitch is fine. Oh, he cute and fine, and he was literally, bitch, everything that I could see in a man. So, um, so ready. This is showing again. No, it's not that serious. You have to catch it on the replay. We on part 31. Yes, we know. It's gonna be quick, corrected. So, ready is the Allen unit. And my first time seeing it was like, bitch, this boy is HOTTTT hot. Them pictures don't do this bitch justice. When I tell you this boy is so fine, it don't even make no sense. All right, so he come on the compound. Now, I know I mentioned to y'all that I was used to write for the prison paper, and I used to cover the sports because I like sports. And so Ready came on. It was Alabama had their own team. It was Alabama. It was like 4 teams or six, one of the two, 6 teams, and he started on the football team. And so, bitch, I wrote him up one of the nastiest football write-ups you ever heard. How I finished this write-up, you would have thought this boy was motherfucking Tom Brady, Drew Brees, or somebody. How I wrote this boy up. I wrote like literally everybody on the compound kind of knew. I was like, bitch, wait, hold up. Like I'm usually really critical. I'm Simon if this was American Idol. But for them to read in the paper, because they was waiting for them to read in the paper, in the prison paper, that like of me giving somebody a star review, especially when it wasn't that good. It was good, but it wasn't like it was good. For me to read and for them to read that, it was just like, wait, wait, what's going on? But I gave him like a nasty review in the paper. To the some of my own homeboys was just like, Shakie, no step, bitch. Wait. You don't ever show love to nobody. Like, what the fuck? And so, ooh, so what we did was, everybody kind of knew. And so they used to six side tell him, like, oh, there go shake it. You won't get your interview? Look, there your biggest fan go right there. When football time would come, I'd be like, y'all leave me alone. And so, I never, I never felt like I never felt like he paid me no attention though. Like he never looked at my way. Like me and him had talked one time when he was asking me how to get cleats in because he was using people cleats when he first got in, and I had to point him in the right direction. But as far as like him like noticing me like that, he never did. And nobody never like he never, but he never really tripped over the star reviews that was in the paper. Like sometimes when basketball season, like football season ended, they didn't win, but basketball season started, and he'll do make a good play or something. He'll be like, "Yeah, you got that for the paper? You got that for the paper?" I just be like, I got it, I got it. I have my little tablet out there. Boom, boom. By this time, my hair long, and I used to wear ponytails. Um, so I'm feeling fish girl. And so this where I stand. Remember how I told you the white girl that was used to mess with Taz? Reddy was on her line, according to her. Because he was in her unit, I asked her, I said, "You think he go?" She said, "Oh, I know he goes." I'm like, "Girl, how you know he go?" Because he wants to go with me. I'm like, "You serious?" And she was like, "Yeah, I'm telling you." And I was like, "So this what happened?" So she was like, "Yeah, he trying to go with me. She trying to go with me. He really want me bad, bad, bad." And oh, thank you, Denise Williams. So I'm like, "Okay, cool. Let's I say, "You think now?" She messed with my son now, by the way, at the time. So I'm like, "Well, look, bitch, put me in the car. If you know he go, tell him you can't go because of your husband, which is my son. And bitch, put me in the motherfucking car, bitch." So Stan was like, "You know what? Just write him a letter." I said, "All right, cool, whatever." And so she told me, she was like, I wrote a little letter. It wasn't even like, it wasn't one of those like I wrote fire. I swear to God, it was one of those little 1-2s like what's the album? Because I saw him and he the type of nigga that this nigga has such a cock strong attitude that you really just be on some stuff with him. Like you can't really take him seriously. Like you can't give him your heart because he the type of dude that you just like he just look like he just about to tear it up. What he was in jail for, I don't remember. But he had some time. Well, I do know, actually. Um, I do know. I forgot though. It's something with this. It's something maybe armed robbery. Um, Carjacking and carrying and brandishing a firearm during a relation to crime of violence. So here's something in the and here's something in his state too. Um, so but he just looked like this type of dude that was just about to, just about to like tear your whole little heart up, girl. And so I was like, um, I can't. How? How is that possible? One second, y'all. Hold on, y'all. So Stan tell me write him a letter. So that's what I do. I write him a letter. Just a little start. Just a little short note. How? Yeah. So sorry about that. So what I did was I laid up there and wrote him a letter. So Stan told me, this was Stan told me. Stan told me, "Hey, I give her the letter, and the next day, she bring it back to me." I said, "Why you brought it back?" Well, she said, "Well, he said when I gave him the letter, I said, I got a letter for you." He was like, "Okay," and I gave it to him, and he was like, when he brought it back to me and said that he thought it was for me, but he was like he not interested. I was like, oh well, excuse me. Well, well, pardon. I'm like, well, pardon-moi. Excusez-moi. You're not interested. So I'm like, okay, cool. There goes your nasty old write-ups in the school, uh, in the in the in the motherfucking newspaper and all this other stuff like that. And so, like, I used to be looking at him like, bitch, who you think you is? But I did see Reddy chasing all the white girls on the compound. So then I realized, oh, he just liked the white girls. That must be what it is. So, this is what happened. Now, they had this other dude named BJ, who was my homeboy from like girl, where's BJ from? Like around Lafayette somewhere, Louisiana. Little red dude, cute. Let me see like a picture of him. Ah, what the fuck was his last name? I didn't like that bitch either. Like, what was his fucking name? I forgot his name, girl. I'm gonna have to ask Dominique one day. But so he on the compound too. And he just red big booty nigga. Like his booty is just so big it bounced up and down. And I used to joke with Dominique and I was like, bitch, I'm gonna grab that bitch booty one day because it's just so big. And he be playing basketball, girl. And we just used to be standing there like, God damn, how this man have this big old butt like this? Like he used to be, his booty was mesmerized. But him and Reddy was like jam tight. He was in the unit with them too, and he liked to stand as well. So this is what they do. They want my son Taz. They want him off the compound. They want him off the compound so they can have Stan. Because as long as Taz there, Stan not messing with neither one of them. And they really want him. They had another dude too. He was I told you about him. He was a Stan homeboy from New Jersey or New York, some fucking well. And they was like in a cahoots, but they always behind Stan. In fact, Stan used to mess with before Taz. Stan was messing with the dude from New Jersey. I think his name's CJ. Um, yeah, because it was CJ, BJ, and Reddy. They was all like in a little clique. They used to all play sports, all play basketball too. But Reddy played everything. Reddy played fucking basketball, hockey, whatever sports. He was very athletic, as y'all can tell. And so, oh, thank you, money. So, bitch. So they had this whole plan and plot. Didn't even know what was going on. But they was plotting on Tez because he was the only thing kept Stan from going. Now, this is where I fought Stan at, and this is why I was mad with Stan. Oh, they get more money. Oh, let me sit about all night. What y'all supposed to do? Wait, what's going on in the comments? Hold up. What's going on, man? What are y'all talking about? Wait. Oh, thank you. All right, I don't see what's going on. Y'all stop being mean. No. And my stop being mean. I told you about that. All right. So mine's okay. Y'all stop. Stop. Welcome new sippers. Get out the people, but don't let that let my stuff go to y'all head. All right. So they was plotting the whole time on Tez. They want him out the way because they wanted Stan. But this is the problem I had with Stan. Stan's so dumb and gullible that she let them believe there was a chance for them if Tez wasn't there. See, she thinking she doing right by telling them, oh no. She said she used to tell them dudes when they was trying to go with her, oh, I like you and all, but if it wasn't for Tez, I'd probably go with you. Some shit like that. Which she should have just told them, I don't want to go with y'all. Which, oh, that's the case. Because what the dude's thinking in their mind is that I have to get Tez out the way because I really want to go with you. Now, Stan, I don't even know what they saw in Stan to this day. Stan had some bad acne, and I used to drive her about it. And Stan was really, really on some other shit. Um, I don't know what it was going on. So Stan just was crazy. So by her doing that, they want to get rid of Tez. But Tez not no pussy ass nigga. And so one night they built a case on him about some bullshit. And they wanted to fight him. And so Tez actually fought and jugged a few of them that night. He not no pussy ass nigga. Tez was whatever. So we hearing about it on the compound because I'm in a different unit. And so it's coming down to us. And so Tez was like, come on, walk with me. And so I'm walking with him and I'm seeing my son because he's all beat up and stuff. And I'm like, son, I'm gonna beat that hoe up. I was like, I'm gonna beat Stan to a pulp. I'm like, tell her come out that unit. I'm gonna beat her down. Cause she got you going through all this stuff like that. I'm gonna beat her to pieces. And so Ted's like, no, mama, don't do it. He was like, no, she just don't even know. She just don't even know. I said, well, at least let me talk to the hoe or something. Because I had it on my mind. He was like, no, I'm scared if you talk to her, you're going to smack her. Because Stan had this little smart mouth. And so, all right. So, this what happened. I finally caught up with Stan. And listen, I ain't going to lie to you. I was going to smack the fuck out of her. But she was like, when we caught her, we was at the library. And instead of, if I caught her in the yard, I was going to bush her stupid ass. But catching her in the library, and I said, come here, let me talk to you. Mother-in-law to daughter. And I was like, daughter-in-law. And so I was like, listen, all that shit you doing, this, that, and the other, that shit got to stop. That's not what's up. That's not what's up. And she was like, Shakie, I know. And I really love Tez and all this other stuff like that. This, that, and the other. I'm like, well, if you love him, you heard me, you should not want this kind of stuff to happen to him. You can't be leading them stupid ass niggas on, leading those niggas on and all this shit like that. All right. So that's what happened. So that kind of quieted down, but them niggas still had in their mind to get Tez off the compound. All right. Tez had a cell phone. Or he got a cell phone. But he hit it well. Cause for a long time. But I don't know how he let them niggas find out he had a cell phone. Because them niggas, what they did, once they found out he had a cell phone, they started trying to press him about the phone. And he was like, bitch, I'ma die behind mine before I let you motherfuckers press me behind a cell phone. So they start putting a lot of weight and pressure on him. So it get back to the dudes in the North Carolina car. So the North Carolina was like, well, Tez, like we behind you, but like we don't, it's like really some punk shit right now. And it's like we don't want to deal with that. Now the cars ain't like the Jamaicans. Tez was a real nigga. He wasn't in the gay car. He was in the North Carolina, South Carolina, one of the Carolinas. I think the Carolinas really had one car. If I'm not mistaken, I don't remember. But so they what they did was it was about to start a war between all these different niggas and this car over this phone, but really was Stan. So they had a car meeting, which I was invited to because they had something to do with Stan. And so T was on some trying to like, look, y'all tripping. This y'all tripping, all this stuff, y'all gotta let this shit go. This ain't that serious, blase, blase. We're not gonna have this on this compound, they lock us down, this, that, and the other, whatever, whatever. And so they was like, okay, cool. So they squashed everything at the coming. 2 days, 1 or 2 days later, I feel like the next day, but I think it was a couple days later. A couple days later, my son in the hole for a cell phone. So it became, oh, we trying to figure out how, why, whatever. Like what happened, what's going on. Cause they're trying to figure out who read it, this, that, and the other, what was going on, who there was a kite drop, what happened to make this a motherfucking what happened? What actually happened? And nobody knew nothing, nobody seen nothing, nobody seen nobody talking to the people. But in the phase you have computers. So you could be sitting on a computer like you're typing your people, you could be typing a whole kite to whatever. Or you could be typing your people and telling your people to call up here and tell them this, that, and the other. So it was a big, everybody was a big who done it or who snitched, and it was everybody was a not me. So stand in a hole. So not stand, Ted's in a hole. Stand on the compound by herself. Well, with us, but by herself. So she telling me them niggas coming at her, but she constantly telling them no. She was like, I realized, that that Ted's was the one for me, blase, blase, etc., etc. I'm like, girl, you led them niggas on. This is really your fucking doing, you stupid bitch. But so I was trying to we was trying to talk to my son and trying to get him out the hole or whatever. But a phone is like something like talking back to the deputy or something something stupid like which was like a low offense, we could probably help. But not no motherfucking phone. That he was in lockdown. He was gonna be there for a while and more than likely was gonna transfer him from the compound. And which they end up doing. So this is what happened. So one time in the library, and I used to spend my time between the library and the yard. When I had to go work, I was on the yard working. But when I was, which was never, but other times it just be the library. So I as I'm one time I'm in the library, and I see Reddy in that bitch, and I'm just sitting down. I don't know what else. No. Okay, how the library is? It's like a typing room, but the typing room is just a door, and they got seats on the outside. So I'm in the typing room, and I just happened to catch him like in my peripheral at the table, and so he do like this with his legs, and I'm like, girl. I remember I forced myself to not like him on no type of way like that because bitch I don't like your attitude. Not interested. You got me fucked up. You got me fucked up. You said not interested. So, bitch, I was like, so I saw him do like that, and I'm like, okay, cool. And in my mind, but I was like, whatever. And so he came, so in the typing room is a list of like what they call this stuff like cookie they call them cookie cutters. But it's a list of sample motions and stuff like that, all kind of legal stuff, like whatever, whatever. And so he came over there and I'm sitting by my lightsaber by the type and do whatever I'm doing. And he going through the like stuff like that. And I see him like there, but I'm like, I'm not paying no attention to him. But he was like, and it's the first time I heard him talk, and it was so deep and rough. And he was just had that. This is my first time I heard him just like really just talk. Not like really. And he's just like, shaky. And this Alabama twang. And it was sultry, sultry. And it was like, which one of these is emotion to and I look up at him and I just kind of, I'm glancing at Peace Girl. And I could just see like, girl, it's there. I could see it there, bitch. I see it. And it's calling my motherfucking name, bitch. And I'm like, I said, which one you looking for, baby? And he was like, one that helped me do get my and I'm like, oh, that's the one right there. Just to see what he was gonna say. Cause you ain't even said that. He was like, oh, thank you. He was like, where the bathroom at back there? I said, yeah, the bathroom back there. He was like, oh, all right. So he took the motion, put the paper where he was sitting at, and walked to the back, but looked at me on his way back. So I got up off got away from the typewriter, bitch, and nastily mosed on down to the bathroom, bitch. And I could see him, his feet in the stall. Well, you said good night, Shakie. We said good night, Chrissy. So I could see him in the stall where the shit was. And so, bitch, I politely walked in there, and he politely had that dick out and ready. And listen, for him to be so fine, I just knew in my mind, I said, the dick can't be that big. But bitch, it was nice. It was real, real nice. And so I politely squatted right on down. And bitch, wait, what Thursday is Thanksgiving? Bitch, girl, I turkeyed on that dick, bitch. Did you get more? Did I get more D in jail than I got at home? Um, I got D from more different people in jail than I got at home. I was living with a man for years, and I would fuck him like nine nigga in West every night, two, three times. So it's another D. I got way more in the streets than I did at home. I just got it from more different people. I probably ate more dick than in jail than on the streets, but no. I probably ate more, but that was about it. Um, so bitch, I ate. I gobbled. Bitch, I did a turkey neck, bitch. I did everything, bitch. And bitch, I knew. I'm like, he not even finna. I'm like, really, I'm showing him like, listen, bitch, I was what, at the time like 33, maybe. I don't know. I'm 33, 34 years old, 32, something like that. And so, bitch, I'm showing you, bitch, I've been doing this for 20 years. I've been eating your ass for 20 years, bitch. So, this 20 years of good solid dick sucking experience that you're getting right here. So, bitch, I ate for them. And listen, and then I felt so good about myself that I ate what he nutted. I swallowed. I swallowed while looking him in the eye. Then I got up and walked politely out the bathroom without saying not one word. Pow! Like it wasn't nothing. The next time he saw me, I was back at my typewriter typing. And he walked out the library and went about his business during the 10-minute movie. So, bitch, now, this is the next part. He never, he never, I gotta figure out how to really tell this story because it's like, I introduced him, but I'm gonna explain this all in a minute, so it's life goes on. But he never really came back to the library while I was there. And when he saw me on the yard or something, he just acted like he would normally act when he see me. He might give me a little what's up nod here and there, but he never came around. So I'm like, wait, hold up. I wanted to check and make sure my mouth was still working. Cause bitch, usually I have a nigga when I bitch when b- bitch, it's like a bitch once I bite in, bitch, it's like you become a vampire, bitch. A zombie. Bitch. Usually a nigga coming back knocking on my door. But that bitch ain't come back. But the only thing that kinda happened was this. Okay, so that's what was going on with me. What was going on with Kool-Aid and Joe is they had got back together. They had got back together. I was evil at that, and because I didn't have nobody to really talk to myself, even though niggas was really checking for me, I really wasn't like they've noticed that me and Fire wasn't talking no more. And so the niggas that was checking for me, I really wasn't into like that. They had this dude from they had this dude from they had this dude from Mississippi named Moody, bitch. Well, his last name was Moody. I don't forget what his first name is. I remember his first name, but I think he married, and I don't want to put his first name out there. So it could be any Moody from Mississippi. So they had this dude from Mississippi named Moody, bitch. And so, bitch, he was on my line, girl. But I wasn't, he was cute or whatever. In his own, he was not, I'm gonna take that back. This bitch was not cute. Take that all the way back, girl. He was not cute, girl. He was weird looking, but he looked like he had a big dick. I said that. So I was kind of sort of entertaining him, but not really. And had other people. In Dominique relationship, her boyfriend at the time, the dude from Tennessee, he had ended up leaving. So Dominique was um Dominique was had her eye on somebody else. This dude named, damn, let me write this down because I'm gonna forget it. I hope to God I don't say his boy real name because I don't want to say his real name. So and put this big bold letters. Let me put it on a little picture. Let me open this shit up. I got to remember this because I would say his name by accident because me and him became cool. Um, all right. So she started liking this dude named Dante, but she didn't think Dante go. But I knew Dante go because I just knew he went. All right. And so Dante was the type of person, he was like, he's this little red hot trade from Texas, tatted up, whatever, whatever. But I knew he went. First of all, I could just see it in his eyes. But also, too, like, he'll talk to me all the time because it was not talk to me, try to like talk to me, but talk to me on some like respect type level. And so I used to tell him, like, girl, you talk to the boy, right on level something, he go. She's like, nah, where my guy, girl? Where my guy, girl? Girl, I'm cool. Because me and her, because she used to start getting on my nerves because oh, girl, Anthony Conway, girl, I forgot about that. They had another boy too, Anthony Conway. And I'm going to tell you about him later too. Let me see, I forgot about Anthony Conway. Because that was really the first dude that, but that's not him. Girl, what was Anthony Conway from? Kansas, Nebraska, Michigan. Hold on. Chicago? Maybe Chicago. No, 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 no. He was from Chicago, but he got his time in what's up there, like Wisconsin, maybe? Girl, hold on. I want to find what Andy got away now that I'm thinking about him. Um, Hold on. All right, so let me see about Andy Conway. So Andy Conway, kind of, sorta, was like he started he started to kind of like on me, but then he invited Dominique out one day to oh, that bitch is a rat. Cause that bitch had coma. Oh, this got to be him right here. Cause he 30 something. Yeah. Cause he had coma too. He's at the pen. Oh my god. But I think it's the rat pen. Ooh. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to find this bitch right now. Um. There's no pictures of him. All right. I can't find it. But that's weird. Cause you. All right. I started to see if I could find it later. Oh, one of y'all stippers go find it. Y'all gonna look him up. All right. So Andy Conway he was a red dude. He was fine though. Big old juicy looking lips, bitch. And he was I think he was from Chicago, but he got his time in Wisconsin somewhere. Um, so something like that. It's us maybe. So he was a fine little trade or whatever. But so he started trying to like be after me, but I guess our conversation wasn't on par with each other. Like I was like just the mental was I was like, look, maybe one of the younger girls is more your speed. Like I'm not gonna be sitting around talking to you or just whatever, and we're like not talking and we just can't talk about nothing. And then also Fire had put in my mind like a mentality differentiation. Like the mentality of him against some of these other girls was completely different. Some of these other boys was completely different. Like his whole mentality was just like different. And so if I'm gonna be running around this compound with a boy, it's gonna be somebody who have you gotta be stupid fine like Reddy, or you gotta be stupid smart like Fight. Like you can't have like you gotta get one of them. And so he was all right fine, but and all right he was just dumb as a box of rice. So I'm like, you know what? He more like whatever. So he ended up trying to date Dominique, and that didn't work because and Dominique gonna tell you I'm lying, but I'm not. Um, he he was he was he basically they went on one date, and it just was like whatever. And I think on the next date he stood her up, and so she didn't like that. So that didn't work for me or her. So she was single, I was single, but she always would be like up under me now because we were both single at the same time, and that would cramp my style. When she had a man, she would um all right, sorry. So I was back to square one, but I wanted her to get a man because she was getting on my nerves. So what she did was she ended up liking on the boy Dante. I forgot his name already. So Dante came in the picture. He get on the compound. But she scared to talk to her. So to make her talk to her, I said, girl, yeah, he go. I sucked his dick. Now I never sucked his dick. I just told her that. I was saying I sucked his dick on the yard one day. You should go for what you know. Cause I was trying to give her confidence to like talk to the boy, whatever. Now the boy had an okay rapport with me. Me and him had never trouble. He was from Texas. Um, I used to do tickets and stuff like that. And so, football and stuff like that, we always used to like kind of talk about. He would see me on the yard watching the game and all this other stuff like that. We got the game on right now. Um, and so it's like me and him had a good rapport, but I knew he went. I just felt it. It was like nothing. Nobody really told me, but I was like, this boy go. Not because I saw him go or something, but it was like it would surprise me if he didn't go, because he was just that type of dude that was just like literally like go with you. All right, so that was my little life at that point. I had really nothing else going on. I spent my time there went without fire, like basically getting in everybody's business, being messy with the punks, trying to get this, that, and the other, trying to find somebody just a little really just to snack on, having a conversation with here and there, and call it a day. Um, I would see fire on the compound, and it was just, it was just, and I was just like, whatever. I had got over it. I had got over it. I had got over losing my friendship, trying to save my friend, and losing my friendship with him. Um, so that's just kind of what I did. And then one day, out the blue, Dominic said, "Mama, guess what?" I'm like, "What, girl?" And she was like, somebody said, uh, uh, mama, somebody said, if they could write you a letter. I'm like, who, girl? She's like, I think you're married, girl. I think you're married, girl. I'm like, girl, who, girl? I said, when I tell them, fuck no, they can't write no letter. That's not who the fuck they is. Girl, you the girl. She was like, girl, you the girl, girl. She was like, mama, you want this letter, girl? I was like, girl, who it is, girl? You gotta tell me who it is. Girl, my daddy, girl, my daddy, girl. I'm like, girl, I know you lying. Now, keep in mind, I hadn't talked to her for like a month or two. And so she was like, yeah, girl, my daddy, girl, my daddy, girl. I'm like, I said, girl, I guess. And so he wrote me a letter, really a note. And it was just like, meet me outside for child. Don't go to child, like meet me outside. Now, it probably was one of them good old days like weenie days or something. One of my favorite days. And so I was like, girl, he tripping. Tell him I'll meet him outside tomorrow, bitch. I'm not missing child. She's like, girl, how you going? Girl, I want to talk to you, girl. The girl, my mom want to talk to you, girl. My dad want to talk to you, girl. I want us to be a family again. I want us to be a family again, girl. I'm tired of saying, hey, daddy, and can't mention you. I'm tired of saying, hey, mama, and can't mention you. And so I'm like, girl, all right, I guess I'll go. I'm trying to know my bitch ass is gonna go anyway. So, um, I end up going outside, and we talked. We stayed outside. It had to be like 4 hours that day, from like four different yard calls until they called a yard, and we just talked and we talked, and that's when he made me understand what I had done and how he felt about it, and so I made him understand why I did it and where I come and came from, and I told him that night. I said, listen, I know you don't like you ain't like you not gay or nothing, but I just as a person, from a person to a person, I do love you. And I told him that. I was like, because it's like, I don't want you to think that, I would, I'm not disrespecting your body, but I can love you as a person. You know what I'm saying? And I can love you and respect your boundaries, which I do. And I always have. Um, and so, a pause for titty pop. We got a titty pop? We got some money? Oh, okay. I didn't see that. And so, the whole time everybody saw us together, they was like, oh, all right, reunited and it feels. Dominique, because she could sing. And she could used to hit that bitch, reunited and it feels so good. But that started something. Because Fire didn't talk to nobody. He kind of was a loner anyway. And by him talking to me, and I had kind of got into a mood. I used to do a lot of playing cards. I used to do a lot of stuff like that. And so what happened was, just like out of the blue, one day I was playing volleyball and he was on the yard running. And so he just came and played with us. I don't even think we was on the same team. Um, and he's so short. But he's athletic. He plays soccer. And he started to used to explain to me how soccer was working. And literally we became stronger as friends than we were before. If I became somebody that literally did this, you ever had somebody that just opened your eyes? That just opens to your eyes to, like, you feel like we feel like we aware. We're aware of ourselves, we're aware of our surroundings, we're aware of everything. But Fire had a knack for making me aware of things. And that's what he did then. Like he put me in a place of self-awareness. Um so this is what did it for me. He was like, I got a surprise. One day he was like, I got a surprise for you. I was like, okay, what? He was like, it's something it's always wanted. I'm like, what? He was like, come on, meet me in the yard. So we go to the yard. Now, you could check out different, like, equipment, like workout equipment and stuff like that. And so um, we checked out two mats and went to the furthest edge of the yard. And I'm like, what the fuck? And so he had made me a so we go to the and so he made me a I still have it, I gotta find it too. A handkerchief. He was very artistic too, he could draw and all kind of stuff like that. So he made me a handkerchief with the New England Patriots logo on it and everything. And I'm like, oh, this is so sweet. Like he knew me. So we had the mats and we was out there. It wasn't like a picnic, but it was just like whatever. Cause guess what we did, y'all? We meditated out there. Like he meditated with me. I was into like I had went to like a few Buddhist services and I understood the like I was started to read about like meditating and stuff like that. Um Stuff he put me on really. And so I started getting in tune with that. And so I used to tell him what I had learned when I would go. And he just was he just man, he just we went out there and we meditated. And so everybody thought we was just fucking and fucking and doing all kinds of stuff, and they just had no idea the person that I knew. Fire didn't really too much like breakfast because he didn't like sitting with people. He didn't like sitting with the punks, and he didn't like sitting with the other people either. So, but he wasn't a real big eater either. And so, but for me, he knew I liked to wake up in the morning and just try to run in the uni. So what he used to start doing was like he used to come eat with me in the morning. Um, and sometimes he'll eat breakfast, and sometimes he'll just give it to me. Hot dogs day, he'll come and give me his tray and just leave out the child. But he used to come and eat with me. Because he was in Unicorn, we didn't spend too many lunches together, but our breakfasts and stuff, they was together. Um, Fire taught me a lot about himself, taught me a lot about New York, taught me a lot about his upbringing, about his family, about just everything, how he viewed the world and through his eyes. He taught me a lot about like he used to make me walk around while I came out of jail, probably so skinny. Was he taught me about walking around the track, like how I used to have to walk with him Saturday morning and stuff like that and burning sweat. And like he just didn't mind. Um so me and him like literally became best friends again. All over again. And literally became best friends probably more than we were before. Like what we went through kind of let us have a deeper understanding of each other. And I can honestly say that as my friend, I loved him. Um, this is what happened. And I'm honest to God with you. Like this is so honest to God. Now, I had never touched this boy on no type of sexual way or whatever, whatever. He was fine, and I thought so. But I literally stopped looking at him as fine and started looking at him as just outside his skin. And I feel strongly that he believed, I feel strongly he always looked at me like that because he gave me the name Callie. Um, in case y'all don't know me, just I'm gonna give y'all a little brief little history of on who Callie is. Callie is a goddess. Um, a Hindanese goddess, but she's also like, and not because of how I look, but he give me the name. That's Callie, um, a picture. Um, but she's the destroyer of evil forces. Um, she's like the black Hindanese goddess who was married to Shiva, who was like the big dog. So she's masculine, but the epitome of femininity. Um, and she was strong, but still like subtle. She is with her, like she did dances and she danced. I danced too. She was like the mother nature type God, strong and forceful and protective, but still so utterly in touch with herself. Um and she was worshipped and revered and looked up to, and he gave me that name. He used to call me Callie. He would not Shake it was like the skin to him. Like when he saw me, he would um see Callie. And part it's like that's what he used to call me. He gave me that name. And she was like the divine mother. She was the mother of the universe. Um so once I once I became so in tune with him, like I knew him. Like I knew him. Like you can't tell me I didn't know him. I know him, and I just couldn't. I felt connected to him, and so yeah, he very deep. No, probably so deep. It's not even. It's insane. It's insane. He's in touch with a lot of things. He's not stupid by a long shot. He's very in touch. And once I saw him, once I think he saw me as like a goddess inside. I began to look at him inside, and what I saw was not physical anymore. It is 31, but it was more like it was more like I just saw him as a god in a sense. Not, and this is not disrespecting religion, and don't think I'm like foolish enough to believe he created the heavens and the earth. But you ever meet somebody that is like that you just in with, that you think that like I thought he could fly if he wanted to. Like I believed in him so strong and so much, and I just like I wanted him to win, and it's just like I I loved him. And so not as the flesh and not in the sense of I've ever loved anybody else. It was more that I loved the inner. And that was weird to me because it was very new for me. And one day I literally just wrote in my letter like, fire, I think it might be smart for us to kind of take a little break from each other because I feel like I may be in love with you. Now, I know I love you, and I know I always would say I will respect your boundaries. I have. But I think that my flesh is still here. And I don't think, and I'm not, it was just confusing. I remember writing a letter and saying something to the effect of, and I'm telling you how I remember feeling. So, and I equated that good in the letter because I told him, I was like, listen, this is not good for me in a sense because I can't, like, I don't even feel like I want to do this thing called life without you. And to say somebody I never touched, never whatever, and don't really even have a sexual attraction to anymore. It's like, how can I be in love with this person? And it's crazy. I think she needs to make some adjustments. What adjustments, baby, you need? Um, what adjustments I need? It was hard to understand. It was. I never had that type of connection with someone that I didn't even look at in a sexual way. I never touched, never had no what. But then I just like was so connected to him that I knew I didn't want to, I didn't want to be nowhere without him. And I knew that was a bad thing because I knew in my mind, if I could believe he could fly, I have to believe him when he tells me that that's not for him. And so I told him maybe that says Cali, yeah. Um Yeah, I was scared of the connection because, like, also too, it's like I didn't want to I didn't want to ruin it. I didn't want to fuck up. I didn't want to come at him the wrong way or say the wrong thing. He made like, you know what I'm saying? It was so scary. It's like it almost became deafening to me because it's like I don't want to I don't want to do this without you. I don't want to proceed this without you. I don't want to I don't want to do nothing without you. And it's like that's I was like we got to back up. We just got to cuz I don't understand what's going on. I don't understand what this is. I don't understand what this feels like. I don't understand this feeling. I have never had this before. I've sucked dicks. I done got fucked. I done fucked. I done did all kind of stuff. I done loved. I know I have loved. But I've never felt this before. And he wrote me back and said something to the effect of, like he understood, but he didn't think that was like fair because he loved me too. But you know, whatever he's like, whatever I feel, like he was like we won in that sense because whatever I felt, he feel. It was like if how we connected, nobody gets it, but whatever you feel, I feel. So he was like, if it hurt you, and I know what it is, he was like, I feel the same way. But he was like, don't end our friendship because of that. He was like, you know, if you a goddess, whatever you will to happen will happen. And I'm like, all right. And so we didn't stop being cool, but we did this. So one night we was outside, and it was a cold night. It was around either my birthday or his birthday is November 16th. Mine is November 27th. So it was around our birthdays that were coming up, I believe. Why I feel like his birthday passed, but I'm not 100% mine was coming up, I'm not sure. So it was around this time, um, and it was cold out. And so we were outside and we took us a little walk around the track. Then we went to the gazebo. Some other people outside, some of the little couples was hugged up here and there. And I was just talking to him, rambling on about the latest gossip on the compound. And so he was like, "You cold?" I was like, "Yeah, kind of." I was like, "Baby, because you got me losing all my fucking meat, like on my bones." He was like, "Nah, you still got your little meat on your bones." I was like, "All right." And he was like, "Come on." And I was sitting, like, you know how you got a picnic table? He was sitting on the top of the table, and I was sitting on the bottom of the table, like talking to him. He's like, "Come on." And he ushered me in between his legs, and then um, he hugged me, like he took me into his arms and embraced me. And I lost it. Um, I felt I was in jail, sitting down in the feds, had just done about 7 or 8 years of my life to um, to the feds, and I was staring there coming home within about a year, and right there, at that moment, I did not want to be anywhere. I did not care what I had went through. None of it mattered. I didn't care what was coming up. None of it mattered. I only wanted to be right there, right then. And if every inch of those 8 years that I had done and everything that I had been through for those 8 years had to lead up to them, at that moment, I would have done them all again. All again. I felt so at ease and so comfortable and so right in his arms that night. No dick I had got, no booty I had got, no vagina I had got, pussy I had got in my whole life was more powerful than sitting in his embrace. I felt his breath on the back of my neck, and I felt the strength, like his muscles just was around me, because it wasn't a, it was a hug, but it was a true embrace. I felt like nothing, and it was so strong and so powerful. There's nothing to explain. That night I was like, I felt at that moment that this is the person I am supposed to spend the rest of my life with. I eventually they called the yard, so he kind of stopped hugging me, we walked our unit. I respected unit. He went that way, I went that way. And that was it for that time. Um I want to finish this tonight. So let me take a little break, a little 5 minute break. I'm all right. And I'm gonna come back with part 32, and we'll go into that. Okay. Um, so give me yeah, just need a little break, and I'm gonna come right back. All right. Love y'all.